Zimbabwe.
Yeah, this is 98.2 on your dial. You know what I'm saying? Hip Hop EJ. If you want to hear something, you want to get in touch with the squad, you could dial phone 9. We want to welcome y'all to Hip Hop EJ 2000, 98.2 on your dial. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now come on. What?
Good evening. Welcome to the Let's Talk Show, and I'm your host, Talani Moyo. This is the show where we discuss what has been happening in the news and other topics. The show is to exchange ideas and respectfully debate topics on issues affecting Zimbabweans. We are MP live on the 24 Plus XFM channel here at Esigadini Studios. I have a panel here of two analysts, Jensen Ngoni and Ida Makira. Welcome, people.
Hello, Tulani.
Hi, Tulani.
So let's get into the discussion and review some of the topics raised in the news. The news headline spoke of the exciting news of the purchasing of new planes. We will take in calls or texts on the number shown on the screen, but listeners be warned, we will not accept abusive or vulgar messages or phone calls on this platform. This is a free platform for anyone to participate, to allow for free discussion. Your cooperation on this matter is greatly appreciated. Now we move on to the next topic about the renovations of the airports and the new planes that are going to be purchased by the Civil Aviation Authority on behalf of Zimbabwe Air. Guys, your thoughts on this?
I think the new planes are not really necessary that we want to order, as our current planes are still very new or are just in very good condition. That money, I feel, can be invested and used for some other projects around the country. Though I can't think of any. I might be wrong on this, but that's what I think.
Jensen, what about looking at it in a different light? We are as a country not losing anything by selling the planes and getting new ones. We might even make a profit in the whole thing. Who knows? The point is that there is nothing wrong in what is happening with the planes situation. And besides, we need new planes to go with the proposed new renovations and the new airports to be built as promised. I am only concerned with what the time scale is for all this to happen. Are we going to have a period where all the airports are closed, and that there will be no flights because of renovations? How does this all work?
That is a good question, Ida. I am not sure to the answer on this, but I'm sure there is someone watching who might know. Please get in touch via text or call in to let us in on your opinion on this hot topic of airport renovations and the purchasing of new planes. Well, that was quick. We have Annabelle on the line. Hello, Annabelle.
Hello, my name is Annabelle Price and I am calling from New Zealand. I have been following your show a lot on Twitter and Facebook. You cover very interesting content that is close to my heart. I have stayed in Zimbabwe before my divorce and got to appreciate the country as a whole. I currently work in the aviation industry as a company exec for an air military tech company. Airport renovations are good, but need to be managed well to avoid the situation that happened in Algeria, where airport renovations for all airports were done at the same time and problems arose like flight delays. Everyone was relieved though when the situation was resolved. So I think Zimbabwe Aviation need to make sure they have learnt from this and do things in stages. But it is a very good development and I'm happy for my fellow Zimbabweans. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Annabelle, for your call. Some texts are coming in. First text is from Tabiso from Chirundu. She says, I like the idea of new planes coming to Zimbabwe, as I know we Zimbos love the latest of things and can afford it. I can't wait to be going on holiday flying in these planes. Jeff from Shamva and 100 others like Annabelle's comments and agree with her totally. We have many texts coming in. Kevin from Nyanga says, I like the idea of new planes, but am a bit concerned about this vertical takeoff ability of these new CDS planes. Is this even safe even though the manufacturers say it is? I'm used to a plane going up in the sky gradually even though this still feels very sudden. So I'm trying to make sense of a plane taking off vertically. I don't know if I will be flying in those planes. Maybe I'm being a bit paranoid, so if someone can shed light on this, I just might change my mind. This is an interesting point raised by Kevin from Nyanga. More texts are coming in and already. Wow. This comment has 1.5 million likes, so it must be an issue for a lot of people.
I had not thought of this at all. That message you read, Tulani, has left me quite concerned. I did not even know there is such a thing and need more clarification on this. What exactly is this vertical takeoff? It can't be what I'm thinking it is, surely. Oh my gosh, Please can someone help me on this as this doesn't make any sense.
You are very right to be a bit concerned. This is really a big deal when it comes to issues with aviation. I personally am not a fan of vertical takeoff as I have seen some videos on this concept, and it is hard to imagine these huge planes doing that while fully loaded with passengers and luggage.
Well, the vertical takeoff for me is an unusual option, I think, to have on these giant planes. I think it is in many ways not necessary, but that's my own thinking and view. We have a call coming in. Hello, caller?
Hi, my name is Anthony and I'm calling from Kulumani. I am a former pilot with our national airline. I have seen many developments over the years on planes, and have always found this vertical takeoff concept to be slight madness and highly unnecessary. I personally don't see what the benefit is to this, apart from the manufacturer showing off their engineering prowess. In terms of the question that most may ask as to how safe this is, then I can reassure people that this is entirely safe. Most people would think this is not true, but it really is. The buoyancy hypothesis theorem states that an object acquires thrust when suddenly going up horizontally, with an exponential increase in vertical momentum. Also, these planes were tested for at least 30 years and of course, the first two planes they tested crashed. The only downside to these planes is that they need more strict levels of maintenance to keep these planes running safe. I hope that calms the nerves of everyone.
Anthony, what you have said is good to know, but it does not change my mind on this or even calm my nerves. I just think it is very unnecessary.
I agree with you, Ida. This is absolute madness. I just can't understand why this is a necessary feature for a plane that size. I think planes just need to take off in the normal way and not this nonsense. I'm sorry, listeners, but I just strongly feel that way. What about you, Jensen?
I still stick to my reasoning that the planes we currently have are still very good and have plenty of life in them. So I am not really in support of getting new planes, period. The new features these planes are said to come with is not necessary either. Vertical takeoff for these beasts of planes is just utter madness on another level. So I heavily don't support this.
Thanks, Jensen, and I do agree with you completely on this. It is a very hard thing to get your head around. We have some messages coming in here and we can look at a few. Ruben from Murambi says, am I the only one who watched the tech news from Tafar Puerto the day before yesterday? 24 Plus channel did a very splendid job in giving us the viewers and citizens a very close bird's eye view of the planes that Zimbabwe Air is purchasing on behalf of its citizens. So after a resounding public demand, Channel 24 Plus compiled a very detailed segment to give people information on these new CDS planes, which are on order and are on the production line. I totally understand the grave concerns of people on this vertical takeoff system these planes come with, but we have to appreciate that these are the latest in passenger aviation systems. The CDS plane is the latest plane to be made on the planet and is the only one of its kind so far. I for one was impressed by the flats that come with these planes. Instead of traveling packed like sardines, people travel in small homes or flats inside the plane. I can't even believe that I am even saying this. Wow. Wow and wow. If you watch the presentation on the tech news, you will see that the levels of onboard comfort for passengers is absolutely amazing and breathtaking. I am sure most of us, once we board these planes, will appreciate just how good they are. Also, I followed closely the safety features mentioned, and I must say that I was very impressed, especially with the anti-hijack system. So I think time will tell for a lot of people, and maybe trying a flight in these beasts for people to fully agree or disagree on their implementation as part of the national fleet. As I know, Zimbabwe Air has smaller private jets for those who want to fly private. To add to this, these flats do offer a great deal of privacy. Even though I am skeptical, I still can't wait to see these monstrosities. That's all I have to say. Thank you. Thank you, Ruben, for that very detailed message. Well, to be honest, I watched the first part of the tech report and then went to do other things and missed the rest of that program. Did any of you guys watch this program at all?
No, I did not watch this, but my friend next door did. So when I met up with him, he did tell me something similar to this. It really does sound like these planes have very high quality features and top quality comfort for passengers. After hearing that the planes come with flats, wow, is what popped in my mind. So to be honest with you, now that Ruben has mentioned this, I am starting to warm up to the idea of these CDS planes. It must take a lot of intricate and detailed engineering to be able to build a beautiful beast like that.
When you hear Jensen calling something beautiful, then you know he likes it. Even though he might say he is still considering things. But there is nothing wrong with that. So don't feel like I'm bashing you or anything, Jensen. It is just some light banter. But on a serious note, I too had forgotten about this bit of the news, but I did watch it all through and through. The vertical take-off discussion sidetracked me, and I forgot about this. Tafara, the editor, did bring up some powerful facts about the new CDS planes that are coming soon. I too love the concept of having flats inside a plane, and I am so impressed with this that my mind is still trying to get itself around this. I am totally for these planes, and especially after hearing the long list of safety features that the planes come with. The only thing that has not up until now been mentioned, unless I missed it, is how long will it be before the planes arrive? Does anyone know?
I have no idea, but now that you have mentioned it, I am also now curious. Do you know anything on this, Tulani?
No, I have no clue on this. Hopefully someone can come to our rescue and take us out of our misery on wanting to know the timeline of the production. Oh, we have a call coming through. I hope it's someone who can explain some of this to us. Hello, caller? Hello? Oh, that's not good. We lost that call. Well, I will keep checking. Another call here. Hello, caller?
Hello, my name is Anthea and I am calling from Avondale in Harare. How are you, Tulani?
Hi, Anthea. I'm good, thanks. What do you have for us?
Well, I work for Zimbabwe Air in Civil Aviation Procurement Department. Just so that you know, I have permission to speak to you on this issue of the CDS planes. So firstly, all of us at Zimbabwe Air are very surprised, and even more intrigued with the division in opinion as to whether the CDS planes are good or not. As a country that now ranks as the third richest country on the planet, I think we can all agree that we have an image and standard to maintain. We did lots of research on what planes are available to upgrade to, and saw these planes as the next best thing. I have been to the production site of the company Gravos Aviation, based in Italy, and was very impressed. They told us, before we finalized the deal, that the planes will come off the production line fully built within a period of 6 months, which is in itself impressive. The whole building process is very advanced and the whole manufacturing process is fully automated and done by the company's FLI robots. And the GSAI system manages the whole process. So 6 months from now, the CDS planes will land in our lovely Zimbabwe for the first time. I hope that answers the question.
That's really interesting, Anthea. Thank you for the information. I know a lot of people listening will appreciate that heads up.
Anthea, thanks for that information. I think you guys chose well on the planes, as they are truly impressive.
Thank you, Aida. But to be honest, the whole fact-finding mission before buying these planes was a huge team effort from various players and beneficiaries, including the ordinary members of the public. So thank you to everyone, that we are now in this position to finally get some new planes, which will match in newness to our new airports. I think we Zimbos also want to maintain our status, as we are not people who are cheap.
Thank you, Anthea. You just took some of the words right out of my mouth. Yes, we Zimbos are not cheap. Our pockets are very deep and only deal with the best and latest.
You have made a very powerful point, Anthea, about us all, your fellow countrymen. Yeah, it's true. We Zimbos are rich and we are not afraid to spend it on the finest of things. So thank you very much, Anthea, and you take care. And keep working hard and doing a good job at Zimbabwe Air, looking after us in the skies. Take care.
Same to you, Tulani, Aida, and Jensen. I will speak to you another time. Take care.
Bye, Anthea, and take care.
So we can move on, but I can read a few messages first. Justice from Bezo says, I totally love the CDS planes, as these planes are very new tech and extremely advanced in the way they were made. The concept of superplanes or giant planes was a concept developed by Rapat Gondolo from Morocco. He came up with a theory that it is possible to have over 900 megatons of weight high in the air if the ratio of the engine thrust to aptitude momentum is exponential and negative balancing. I believe we are all going to have a very lovely time flying in the CDS planes. Can you imagine yourself dancing and having a party in flight, with some having gorch in their flights? This is just but amazing. Thank you, Justice from Bezo. You are right about one thing, that these planes are amazing. I don't know, though, if the controversy around vertical takeoff will subside. Only time will tell on this one. Ransack Chapito from Luveve says, we are excited about the new planes. I am very happy with the work you guys are doing with this discussion program. It is so good, and I have listened in on all your shows. Thank you for being just yourselves on this wonderful talk show. I now feel like I know you guys personally, even though I have never seen any of you. Thank you. Great stuff, Ransack. Much appreciated for your vote of confidence in us. Take care. Guys, do you have anything to add or shall we move on?
We can move on to Lonnie.
Same here, Tulani. Let's move on.
I just want to say to the listeners, thank you for your lovely messages and for your support for this radio channel. We all here at 24 Plus XFM really appreciate this. Unfortunately, our time is now really up and we need to finish. Thank you all for listening in, and thank you Ida and Jensen for coming in as well. I wish you all a very good night. And to the people of Gakwe, please stay safe. See you again next time. This is Talani Moyo for 24 Plus XFM. Take care.